Hey everyone, and welcome back. Last time we talked about the Stoic approach to life, using the simple act of waiting in line as our example. The Stoics teach us to find peace by accepting what we can't control. But what about when we have too much control? What about when the world gives us nearly infinite canvas of choices? I am talking about the cereal aisle. Seriously, look at this. 40 different types of flakes, 20 different kinds of puffs, frosted, unfrosted, organic, whole grain, sugary, healthy. This isn't just breakfast. This is a philosophical crisis. This paralyzing moment of choice is the perfect entry point into existentialism, specifically the concept of radical freedom and the resulting anguish. Existentialism, famously championed by thinkers like Jean Paul Sartre, has a core belief that flips traditional philosophy on its head. Existence precedes essence. Essence is the predefined purpose or nature of a thing. A paper cutter's essence, its purpose, comes before it's made. But for humans, according to Sartre, there is no predefined manual. We are born and then we define ourselves through our choices. Our existence comes first. Our essence, who we are, is built moment by moment. This leads directly to radical freedom. If there's no God, no universal human nature, and no destiny, then we are condemned to be free. Every single choice, no matter how small, from quitting your job to choosing your next word, or yes, even picking your cereal, is a completely unconstrained act. We have the freedom to choose everything that defines us. Back to the aisle, we stand there holding a box of Raisin Bran and a box of Fruity O's. A Stoic would say, "It's just breakfast, pick one and move on." But the existentialist realizes the horrifying truth. There is no right answer. There is no objective moral code or cosmic rule book that dictates which cereal is better. The moment I choose the Raisin Bran, I'm not just choosing the breakfast, I'm defining the type of person I am in that moment. I'm choosing the responsible, fiber conscious, perhaps boring self over the whimsical, sugar craving, childlike self. Sartre calls this feeling that arises from this absolute responsibility anguish. Anguish isn't just stress or anxiety, it's the profound realization that you are the sole author of your life and your choices hold universal weight. When you choose Raisin Bran, you are, in a small way, saying, "This is what I believe is valuable," and you are saying it for all of humanity. You can't just say, "Well, my mom likes Raisin Bran." That's a denial of your freedom. Because this anguish is so heavy, we often try to escape it. Existentialists call this escape bad faith. Bad faith is the act of lying to ourselves about our radical freedom. It's pretending that we had to choose the Raisin Bran because it was on sale, or because our doctor told us to, or because we have always eaten it. When you say, "I can't quit my miserable job," that's bad faith. You can. It would be just incredibly hard. You're choosing the comfort of the familiar over the terrifying freedom of the unknown. When you say, "I'm just a student, I can't speak on this issue," that's bad faith. You are using the label student as a fixed essence to deny your freedom to act as a concerned citizen. In the cereal aisle, bad faith is choosing without thinking, or blaming the supermarket's layout, or saying, "Whatever, they are all the same," just to avoid taking responsibility for the choice. So, next time you're standing in that aisle, paralyzed, don't just see cereal, see existential anxiety. See the full weight of your radical freedom. Unlike the Stoics, who found peace in acceptance, the existentialist asks us to find meaning by embracing the anxiety. Accept that the choice is yours and yours alone. When you deliberately choose that box of sugary puffs, fully aware that you are not choosing the healthy one, and you take full responsibility for the sugar rush and the potential crash. That's authenticity. That's living as a radically free being. The anxiety of the choice is the feeling of freedom itself. Don't try to shut it down. Use it as a reminder that you are the author of your life. Let me know in the comments what's your authentic cereal choice and what does it say about your existence. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.